Alright, so this is a 2016 Town and Country, Chrysler Town and Country. I removed the three screws from the back with a torque 30. There's 3 bolts in the back. Open the door, and then from there, same place, I removed the first 2 from the bottom, and the third one actually, these 3, and then just hand pried that one and work my way up. Same thing on this side, work my way up. Same thing, watch out with this one. As soon as you pull the thing open, you want to take the whole thing off, but watch out, this is connected to your locking mechanism. And just keep going your way up until the door kind of pops open, the panel, sorry, pops open, and over here's the panel. Alright, in this panel, I'm going to show you how you can see. You got 1, 2, 3 on the back side, 4, 5, 6 on the bottom, 7, 8, and there's this little sucker right here that got me this one, and actually this one too. I think this one's still here, stuck to it. I'll pop it off right now. Those 2 are the ones that kind of got me. I just yanked it off, got happy. So I would suggest put your hand through the inside and try to jimmy that one out. I kind of got one of those long screw one, and kind of popped that one out, and that's when I got happy and popped that one out real quick. Other than that's pretty much simple on that. Alright, let's go back to the next step. I'll stop the video right now and record again once I get to the next one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take off those bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there's a 10th one right here. Alright, sorry guys, one more thing. There's a screw right here that goes right here. As soon as you take the first assembly off, you can see it goes right here. You take that one off, and it goes, see right here. You just pry this off, and there's a screw right here. It's torque 15, and right here. So take that one off, and same thing on the back. There's this this one goes right there. That's the first thing you want to take off, this one, and then you go to the door handle assembly right there. Pry that one off this one, and then there's a screw right there. Before you do the back, pry off the back. Alright guys, before I took off all the bolts, I remember that I need to lower the window about that much, not all the way down, just enough where you see this little bolt right there, and lower it, loosen that one up, and then we're going to raise it up again, and we're going to loosen the bolt that's going to be right in that area. After that, take the window all the way up, secure the window up with tape or whatever you have on hand, just so it won't go down, because it's going to be loose. Be very careful with that. And after that, we're going to start taking off the assembly. I left only 2 bolts, one there and one down there. Also, there's this bolt that goes right there, the screw, I'm sorry, that goes right there, and that's going to be for your ground mechanism. Oh, and also left this one so I can open the door for right now. So, alright guys, I'm going to keep going and see you in a bit. Alright, if we do it right, then we took the one here first, just loosen it up, and then we got this other one, raised the window up, and as you can see, I put tape and I put all these, well, this one doesn't make a difference. Just found this piece of wood, but what I did, I put my stakes in there for the prying off, and that should be able to work. Raised it up and then lower it down. If we do it right, then when we lower it down, it's going to come down. Here's where that window would sit. If I lower it down more, this will be the other one showing. All right, time to take off these three bolts here and start working our way. Yeah, I managed to take it off. It's almost completely off, as you can see. All we need to get is the back part. In here, you'll find two things. One, there's a one right here, one of these that holds. Let's see if I can get it for you guys. Get it out. All right. The one on the top right here holds this one, which in turns goes to the outside door. The easiest way to kind of take it off, I kind of took it maybe the halfway out, sat right here, sat my big bud right there, and took one of my eyeballs kind of in there. I can't see if I can focus, and I slide this one out, and the ball kind of goes in. So when I'm going to put it back, I'm going to go in the same way. Throw that in there, put the ball first, and then just slide it in there, and then connect this one up there. All right, the sun's kind of hitting it, so let me see if I can close it up and give you guys a better view. All right, so what I was talking about is this one right here. Goes on the inside, and let's see if I can focus for you guys. That right there, it's not focusing, but you get the idea. That's the outside door handle, and that's what, you know, to open the door handle. It's right here. All right, I had seen a video where one guy was actually saying the way they put these panels in there, they put it in one piece. They're not putting all this together, taking all the small things out. So that's what I'm trying to figure out too, while making a video for you guys, how we can save some money. What else? Oh, this one right here. This one goes right here. It's three screws. You will be able to see two, and then there's one right behind it. One right there. So that's your third one. And now I took it off, and same thing. It snagged somewhere. I'm like, where did it snag? It snagged right here. There's another one, and it's right. Where was it? Right here. It was right. Let's see, that little hole right there. All right. Also, before I started all this over here on this side, I went ahead and with a 10mm right here, took this screw off, and then right underneath the hinge, I took that screw off too. All right. Next step is to take the whole mechanism out. This part, these two screws is what, like everyone says, it connects to the window. It's the window holder or slider. I don't know how proper term for it. And all right, hopefully next pause I can take the whole thing out. I'm trying to make this video as short as possible with as much information. So I would suggest probably pause the video or take some screenshots of it. That way you can go through the guide, through the taking parts off as I'm taking them off. All right, guys. So it is possible to take it all in one piece. You kind of just jimmy it out, wiggle it out. So what I did on this, let me see if I can get a better shot. Put the camera back here. All right, there we go. See. So what I did, I got this part, got it out. There's this part right here that's going to snag back here. So just try to pop it out. As soon as it pops out, push it up at an angle. And this part, there's this bar, this one right here that sits on it, almost touches it. That's the part you want to get out. Also on the bottom, there's this wire that connects right here, goes all the way down. If you follow it, it connects to the door. I was about to disconnect it, but I said, let's give it a try before I take it off, and I did it. I took it out. Hopefully putting it back together is gonna take a little bit more time, but be more careful too. I don't want to break things, but what I did. Oh yeah, I did break the part that connects to it. Instead of pushing it down, I pushed it up and I broke it accidentally. So I did break that part off on the other side, on the door side. So be careful. Take the lock off. It's a red lock. Take it off and then just press and pull. I did the complete opposite. I took the lock off and I pulled up and pulled and it broke off. Anyways, so here's a part right here that we need to take off. Let me see if I can take it off and put the new one back on there. Alright, let's see. Set this without putting too much pressure on that wire. Alright, so this thing, I moved the door and it fell off. And since it's in this position, I'll show you the back side of it. Right here is the top right of the window. Goes on this side. This will be the left one. So you see when you lower it down, you have to lower it all the way down to that little hole right there to unscrew it. And then the other one, obviously, I just left it exactly where I unscrewed the other one. And here's the back side of it. So it's basically all one piece. Like the other YouTube video had shown the guy. He didn't show much detail on it. He kind of just showed it on the side of the grass. And just talked about how, you know, he took it apart, tried it in one piece. This is basically what we get, the one piece. Alright. Here's the front side. I already kind of put it up in more or less in its place. Again, we take this part off. And I think it's this screw right here you take off. Comes the whole assembly. And alright, let me take it apart. Sorry for that background noise. I got this guy, he just showed up and offered me 20 bucks. I mean, offered 20 bucks to cut the grass, and I was about to start cutting the grass right now, but he needs help, so I let him have it. Alright, so it was that screw. I'm sorry. It's a torque 15. And then in the back, I took off, well, didn't take it off, just kind of took it off its hinge. But it goes right here. It snaps in. So right now this thing, but there's this little clip. Let me see if I can get it up there. There's this clip right here. You press it, it releases, and then just goes at an angle. You don't have to take it off if you don't want to, but see right there, it's just a little. Just shimmy it out. You see that's little. Alright, and that's what basically holds that window in place, goes up and down. Alright, take this little, we're going to take this little orange off. Once we take it off, it's, take the metal off the orange tab, it should come right out. Alright, and here we have it. This is the original, and this is the one I ordered at Amazon. Actually, I think the guy had said about 25 bucks. Actually, I found it for $17.99. We'll see how long it lasts. I'll make note of that. Probably put a little mark on here when I put it on there. So if it breaks down again, when I take it off again, or actually maybe just write down here the information. That way I'll know. And know how long it took before it broke down. Obviously this one, if they put it in 2016, it took lasted 2 years, and this store is the one that gets used the most. And probably, I don't know what happened, why it failed that soon. And obviously this video is for you guys and for me also, so when I do the other side of the door, or I have to do that again, I'll just look at the video and remember everything, how I took it apart and put it back together again. You see this, there's the green one, that's for the right side door, right passenger side door, sliding door, and then the red one is for the driver's side door. But maybe what I'll do is keep that orange one, or the original one, just take off the screw. There's a little screw on that side, sorry, right here. Take that one off and then just switch it over to this side. That way I'll maintain at least this original. I mean, it looks kind of solid, but you know, that's the original part, so I just try to keep the original part on there, that if possible. Alright, put this thing together again and see If I run into any snags, I'll make note of that. If not, put this one on here. The tab right here is just to press in to disconnect. And sorry for the background noise again. As soon as I turn the camera on, the guy, I guess he hears me and wants to do a blow over here. So alright guys, well, if any snags, I'll make note of that. That way you guys be aware. Alright guys, what I noticed is this, see the little arrow, there's a little arrow right here. I thought I was going to put it back to the same arrow. I think that's probably, assuming it's a lock position, and then it goes down the unlock position. Same thing over here, had the same, okay, focus on there. Had the same issue, I mean not the issue, but the same markings. There's an arrow right there. So it's up to y'all. I mean, you want to use the original or use the one that came with. What I saw in the video too, the guy took off basically this little one and put it on that one. But I'm just going to take this off and we'll put that on there and see what happens. I'll let you guys know how it came out. Alright, just a little tidbit on that one. Alright, so here it is. Alright, so here's the original and here's the new part. And this is what it does. Alright, and here's going to be the original part. Alright, here's the original part. Unlock, lock, unlock, lock. And the locking position is when I would always get that buzzing noise right here. So, voila, it works. This is a 2007, and it's cheaper than the 2016. If you want to pay 70, 80 bucks, 90 bucks, go ahead, get the 2016. If not, the 2007 works perfectly fine. Alright, I was having a hard time putting it in, and I was thinking there's got to be an easier way to stick this in here. This is the window holder. So what I'm going to do is put it at an angle, insert it in here in the corner, and there's a gasket there. Try to fit it on here to the top. Can't see it, but there's a gasket. It's a glass. The gasket goes in between here, and I'm gonna see if I can do that at an angle, but with a whole assembly, because I was having a hard time and I was like thinking there's got to be a smarter way. So I took it apart, figured it out several times, put it in there manually. Without the piece, the whole side, and several times just to get the feel for it. And let's see what happens. Alright guys, I finally got it in, figured it out. Now my tip is, let's see right there. Alright, my tip is going to be the rail that guides the window. That should go in first, and try to put it in there behind the gasket like I said before. That would be the best one, and kind of wiggle it in there again. Obviously put the locking back there, the locking mechanism back there, in there too, and just kind of at an angle, and then try to snug it in. Once it's snug in, hits that gasket, it just goes up almost immediately. And it took me a few tries. Excuse me, I had taken off that mechanism back here, off the whole thing, and put it in piece by piece, but it was too much work. I had to take this off, take a whole bunch of wires from it, and once I put it in there, I try to, manually put those, I keep saying manually, obviously, try to put in there the wire harness and the metal, and it wasn't working. It was too much work. So that's why I stopped, came back, put it all together again in one piece, and just tried it. It takes a few tries, so don't get impatient on me and want to call a mechanic to charge you what he was going to originally charge you for it. Alright, let's put everything, nuts and bolts together. Let's see. Alright, so we are officially done. All we need to do is just put the cover back on and that one screw for the door, and that's it. Snapped everything back in place, just missing that one to the lock, the window actually, the window mechanism on the door, and that's it. Here's the tools that I use. I use the 30 torques, the 30, the 15, and a 10, and the 10 millimeter also for the small ones. That's it, guys. It's easy. It's just time consuming and a little bit of patience, and you can get the work done. I'll give you a price here in a second of how much all the tools cost me. I did have to buy this one at Harbor Freight for, it's originally I think it was 10 bucks. I got it on sale for $6.99 for that being at the club thing, the Insiders Traders Club or whatever. They charge you like 30 bucks a year. I got it with a friend that helped me out. I helped them and he just gave me that little card, so I got the little deal. Alright guys, let me know if you have any questions. I can comment in the comments. I can answer those for you, and best to my knowledge that I did. It all worked out. I already checked everything, all the mechanisms work. The locking, I'll give you guys a video in a second. That's my son, 2.5-year-old, trying to get in and help me out. And alright guys, thanks for watching. Alright guys, pretty much done. Just need to clean up all my mess. This is the tools again. This is what I used right here. Get my phone out of my way. That's what I used, the tools, and I got the extra tools right there. And so pretty much simple. It takes about half a day. I just slowly there. I didn't time myself, see how long it took me, but if you say I'll take about a good 2.5 hours, almost 3. Just trying to deal with it, working it out. I think the hardest part was working it back in, but got it done. So it's not impossible. It's possible. It's just a lot of patience. And here we go. Here's the lock, unlock, locking, unlock, locking. Here's the door. All right, everything works well. All right, guys. Thanks. I'm probably gonna make another video if anything this video requires me more work on this van. I'll give you guys a video. That way, at least someone that owns a 2016 has any issues with it can see how I work my problems. And any comments, suggestions, maybe that can work it faster, let me know. For next time, maybe the other door goes out or this door goes out again. I can know exactly what to do. Alright, thank you again guys for watching. Subscribe.